Spider-Man. Peter Parker was an ordinary teenager until a genetically altered spider bit him during a school science trip. Overnight, he could cling to walls, sense danger, and lift incredible weight. And he crafted web shooters using his intellect. After his uncle was killed by a criminal he could have stopped, Peter learned that with great power comes great responsibility. Wolverine. Logan was born a mutant, with bone claws and a healing factor appearing as a child. Captured by Weapon X, he was bonded with unbreakable metal, becoming a living weapon. After breaking free, he joined the X-Men, becoming one of its most well-known members. Batman. Bruce Wayne witnessed his parents' murder during a mugging. This tragic event taught him that the justice system needed something more, so he trained his mind and body, mastering combat and detective work. Inspired by the mystery and fear of bats, he became Batman, a symbol of fear and justice. Green Lantern. Hal Jordan was a fearless test pilot. When the dying alien Abin Sur crashed on Earth, its power ring looked for a new host. It chose Hal for his willpower and courage. With the ring, he can create anything he imagines, and he used that to protect Earth and the universe along with the Green Lantern Corps. Silver Surfer. Norrin Radd lived on Zenla until Galactus threatened it. To save his planet, he offered himself as Galactus' herald and gained the power cosmic. Witnessing destruction made him rebel against Galactus, and he now wanders the universe, protecting the innocent and seeking redemption. Beast Boy. Garfield Logan caught a deadly disease as a child. His parents cured him with an experimental serum derived from animal DNA, but the serum had side effects. It turned him green and gave him the ability to transform into any animal. After losing his parents, he became a core member of the Teen Titans. Nightwing. Dick Grayson was a circus acrobat until his parents were murdered. Bruce Wayne adopted him and trained him to become the first Robin. After years of being the boy wonder, he decided it was time to be his own hero, and so he took on the mantle of Nightwing, having Jason Todd replace him as the second Robin, Superman. Kal-El was born on Krypton. His parents, who knew their planet was close to dying, shot him into space, hoping he'd find a home on Earth. He was raised by the Kents, who taught him morality and compassion. Earth's yellow sun amplified his Kryptonian physiology, granting him extraordinary powers, which he uses to protect humanity as Superman. Wonder Woman. Diana was born on Themyscira, amongst the Amazons. Like the rest of the Amazons, she was born with godlike abilities, which she honed after years of training. After a man crashed on the island and informed her of the Second World War, she left her home to help fight evil as Wonder Woman. The Hulk. Bruce Banner was a scientist working with gamma radiation. During a test, he saved a teenager who had accidentally entered the testing site from a gamma blast, absorbing the radiation himself. The radiation altered his biology, transforming him into an incredibly strong green monster whenever he's angry or stressed. Despite his monstrous nature, the Hulk, driven by Bruce's emotions, fights to protect. Doctor Strange. Stephen Strange was a brilliant surgeon until a car accident ruined his hands. He went through extreme lengths to find a cure, even turning towards sorcery in hopes of it. He trained under the Ancient One, learning magic and the mystic arts. He soon realized that he could help the world as Sorcerer Supreme more than he ever did as a surgeon, so he devoted his life to protecting Earth from them as Sorcerer Supreme. Daredevil. Matt Murdock grew up in Hell's Kitchen. After an acid spill, he was left blinded, but his other senses heightened. Following the murder of his father, he became a lawyer to bring justice by day, and using his new abilities, he brought justice as Daredevil by night. Thor. Thor, son of Odin, was born as the god of thunder, having the power to channel lightning using his magic hammer. After growing arrogant, Odin punished him by sending him to Earth as a mortal named Donald Blake. Living as a human taught Thor humility and compassion. When he proved his worth, he reclaimed his identity and powers, using Mjolnir to protect both Earth and the Nine Realms. Captain America. Steve Rogers was a frail young man during World War II. After signing up for the Army, he was chosen to become the first super soldier for having immense courage during training, using a serum now known as the Super Soldier Serum, gaining immense strength, agility, stamina, and endurance. As Captain America, he fought Hydra and other threats until a mission went wrong, and he crashed in the Arctic. Preserved in ice for decades, he was eventually found and revived, becoming Captain America in the modern world. Martian Manhunter. John Johns was the last Martian alive, who, like the rest of his people, could fly, shapeshift, and use telepathy. After being accidentally teleported from Mars to Earth, he took a human disguise, and now uses his powers to protect his new home as the Martian Manhunter. Iron Man. Tony Stark, a billionaire inventor and owner of Stark Industries, one of the planet's leading weapons manufacturers, was captured and wounded using the very weapons he had helped create. During his captivity, he witnessed firsthand the devastating effects his inventions had on the world. Determined to escape and change his life, he built a suit from scraps, which he later refined into the Iron Man armor, turning the tools of destruction he once created into instruments of protection. Ant-Man. Dr. Hank Pym discovered Pym particles, which could grow or shrink anything. Seeing the potential to use them for good, he created a suit that allowed him to change size and a helmet to communicate with ants, adopting the superhero identity of Ant-Man. The Flash. Barry Allen was a forensic scientist who was struck by lightning and drowsed by spilled chemicals, giving him super speed. After waking up from a coma, he started honing his speed and used it to fight crime in Central City driven by the death of his mother. Cyborg. Victor Stone was a star athlete who lost it all after an accident nearly killed him. His father, a scientist, rebuilt him with advanced cybernetics, giving him super strength, advanced tech integration, and weaponry. Now more machine than man, Cyborg became a core founder of both the Justice League and the Teen Titans. Aquaman. Arthur Curry, born of a human father and Atlantean mother, discovered he could breathe underwater, communicate with sea life, and possess superhuman strength. Embracing his dual heritage, he became Aquaman, defending both the ocean and the surface world from threats. Deadpool. Wade Wilson was a mercenary diagnosed with terminal cancer. He underwent an experimental treatment known as the Weapon X program that gave him regenerative healing, making him nearly immortal but severely disfigured him. Retaining the title of mercenary, Deadpool fights to protect, using his own sense of justice, which often makes him seem as anti-hero due to his methods of fighting crime. Moon Knight. Mark Spector, a former mercenary, was betrayed and left for dead in a desert during a mission. He was resurrected by the Egyptian god of the moon, Khonshu, who gifted him with enhanced strength and reflexes tied to the moon's phases. He became Moon Knight, sharing this identity with his multiple identities. Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze was a stunt motorcyclist who, in an attempt to save his father from a terminal illness, made a deal with the demon Mephisto, offering his own soul in exchange. Despite his efforts, his father died from unrelated circumstances, and Johnny's soul was claimed by the deal. Transformed, he became Ghost Rider, the spirit of vengeance, punisher of the guilty. Black Panther. T'Challa, Prince of Wakanda, gained enhanced strength, agility, and senses after consuming the heart-shaped herb as per his family tradition. Following his father's death, he replaced him not only as King of Wakanda, but as its protector. The Fantastic Four. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm gained powers after exposure to cosmic radiation during a space mission, giving Reed elasticity, Sue invisibility and force fields, Johnny fire abilities, and Ben super strength along with a hard layer of skin. They lived as a group after the incident, all choosing to use their powers for good. Plastic Man. Patrick O'Brien, a crook, was exposed to a chemical accident that gave him elastic, shape-shifting abilities. After surviving the accident, he put his old life behind him and chose to fight crime instead as one of the most powerful heroes.